this later on. We are going live because I'm out of space for my camera. Now, who is watching you? I do several reads where many of you are being stalked. And who's the main watcher? We do know that there is always someone watching us. I have 3 stacks here. 1, 2, 3. And if you feel that one of them doesn't really resonate, we are going to have a read on that. You can always feel free to choose deck number 2 or deck number 3. So the first deck contains Viking runes. The second ones contain esoteric, pretty dark energies if you have a narcissist who is after you. The third deck is the Light Seers card, and all of them will have a spirit animal which is for your protection only. There will be no free reads today for a specific reason. We've been burning out that kind of energy. So who is watching you? Feel free to watch and find out who is watching you, why they are watching you, what kind of energies do they have towards you, feelings. So you may choose between 3 decks. We're going to start with number 1 and do some investigation, some Scorpio investigation on who it is that is keeping an eye on you, why, and so forth and so forth. So how long it will take, I have no clue. I just feel it's a little bit early for me to hit the sack. And I took a trip to the town today. Here I am, ending up in as a picky hoodie. that was pretty much. I'm in an extremely boring town. Let's put it like beautiful but boring. It's like being in some Stephen King movie. So I had a chat today. And I feel that we've been overeating the concept on free reads. So we're going to take a little break on how we do it. We are putting up a new construct. We will be back. But for now, someone's watching you. Someone's stalking some of you. And we are going to find out how. We do know, as me, I've gone public, I know that there is more than one person who is checking out what is Raven up today, how can I, bitch with her, or there could be reasons that go 20 years back in time for them to watch me. Maybe they just want to, it's a member of the family. Who's watching you? Is it a lover? Is it your enemy? What do they want? Let's find out. So this, we're going to start with deck number 1. We're going to find out what are their feelings towards you and what is their strategy. There is no moderator today, have no work. She's free, she's off. She's going to take the time off. So she's here just for fun. And if she has the energy, because we had a little chat today and we're both a little bit out. So, like I said, things will be different. So the fact that Lakshmi still is with her here today, it's all up to her how long she's willing to stay, because the read's gonna go its course anyway, right? So if you want a private read, the offer stands for tomorrow, $20 for a read. I'm still working on enabling the chat thingy, but there is something there that's not quite right. I have no capacity to do the 1-minute read. That's the phone's fault. So who's your enemy, or who's watching you? Is it your lover, or is it a friend? Is it someone, is it a spirit? Let's see, let's find out. So the first one is going to be deck number 1. Who is watching you, for those who picked pile number 1? Who's watching you? who's stalking you. What level of stalking are we talking about here? For some of you, it is a little bit, just a little bit. I'm checking out on you. For some other, it's 50-50. What is she up to? And for some of you, it is full on. Basically, it's full on. Whenever you put up something on Facebook, oh, they will know. Okay? So let's see. Who is this person? What are their emotions and feelings towards you? There might be different message attached to it, so it cannot resonate 200%, not possible. So take what resonates and leave whatever else is behind. You're always free to ask a question. It won't be personal, directed necessarily towards you. It has to be a question that is beneficial for all of us. Like, oh, I didn't think about that. So that depends on the time and energy that you have. All right. So who is watching you? Pile number 1. What do they want? What are their intention? We're also going to create a character profile on this individual, so we know a little bit on how they're ticking. So you might recognize this individual in some way or form, and what kind of strategies they are using. If this is an enemy, what strategies are they using? What do they want? So we are also going to use the Lenormand cards, the gift cards, everything we can find out about them. That's what Scorpions do. What do you think about that, Tim? Okay, so this is someone who are extremely intelligent. King of Swords. For those of you who picked number 5, whoever's watching you, they might be highly educated, very clever, very smart. They might have an interest in, they might look at you because they see that you have a certain potential. So they might want to come with a commitment. If it's someone who are in love with you, they are watching you because they are considering you as someone who they, it could be love. We will find out. They are working, they could be in college, they are studying something, they are some kind of apprentice. It could be a former third party. Right now, it could be someone who travels back and forward to work. But perhaps this is someone who feel like, I need a break from my life, I need a break from something. And in the meanwhile, while they take this break, they watch you. How do they feel about you? Well, at some point, you conquered them. You bested them. You might have been in an argument, and they lost. So you might be dealing with, in this case, this is someone who might be grudging and say, I'm going to find out how your brain is wired together. Yeah, be that. Pile number 2 is pretty dark, by the way, but I'll try to pull out as much light as I can. All right. This is someone who feel pretty sure about themselves. They are very self-confident. They're really emotionally independent. All right. They could be a little bit smug. So if that rings a bell, they could be a little bit smug. Have in mind, you might have 3 stalkers. So if this sounds familiar to you, keep on watching. Now this individual, there is some knowledge they are gathering now because they want to take action. We'll find out what kind of action. We have different cards as well, all right? at some point they consider perhaps you or whatever you have together, this quarrel or relationship, as a burden. And now they decided, you know, I'm going to turn this energy into something that I can use full force. Not the dark side, not the light side, but transmuting some kind of burden into something quite powerful. Now, for some of you, this person is actually someone who's in love with you, or they see you as a soulmate, someone you've been close to. So you might have had some kind of romantic affair with this individual. That does not necessarily go for you, or they see you as someone they have a very romantic interest in. You might have snapped them off and said, no way, you're not my type, whatever. They don't come out as malicious so far in any way. In fact, they are watching you because they want to come in with an offer. A pretty down to offer, a pretty big offer, like, have you an interest in me? But at some point, either you had a quarrel, or either it was, I'm really good on my own, but what will happen if I reach out? Some of you are in this ghost situation with some people, and in order to figure out, to maybe create a closure, perhaps you should give someone a call to give them the closure, either or give yourself that closure. All right? So, King of Coins in reverse. They could be divorced, all right? Already been in some relationship. For whatever it was, either their marriage is miserable, they want out, they are no longer interested in this relationship anymore. Or they could simply be in a separation as we speak. However, they could have big issues with money. They could be someone who are shopping. It's not necessarily a he. It could be a she. They are under the influence of Venus. I'm picking up could be, you never know, however, from this individual here, I see someone who have the potential to be pretty down to earth, but this is someone who could be gambling, who could simply lose everything they have, like my grandmother. She's got Venus in Capricorn. She's spending up all her money on fancy things. She's got this addiction. So they are not stable. They're not stable as the situation is of now. And they have been hurt. So they are in a situation where it's still stinging. And for some reason, I have a feeling they are trying to strategize, trying to find a situation out of this. But they are very smart. So, however they lost this kind of money portion here, could simply be because someone tricked them into, we all been tricked somehow, we all been, this is how much money you have to invest, and we are such good friends, right? We are family. So they could simply have given their trust away, and because of that, the money is gone. However, this is Sagittarius energy, so some of you could be dealing with the fire sign. So they show me they have a very playful side to them. Someone are a little bit impulsive, okay? So one side is like, I want to commit. But from the outside, if you think about this as a rising sign, they can appear as a little bit unstable. Okay? Because they have their spikes out. Don't come too close. They are very highly smart, but they need their space. Aquarius energy. And for some reason they have now this choice. They need to make a choice what to do from here. What to do from here. And one of them is considering, some of them are considering, should I just burst in the door and surprise you? There is this energy, I want to play. Okay? Something here, again, there was a battle, there was something that got lost. They could have lost absolutely everything in their life. Family, house, you know, absolutely everything. And I see they try to fix it somehow. And somehow where you are involved in this, I still don't know. I want to look at the Lenormand cards in order to create some, you know, yeah. 10 of coins in reversed. I lost my house. I lost all my ships. One second. Okay, goodbye to that hot tub dude for a while. It was really. Are you going to do the read, or am I going to do the read kind of thing here? Sorry about that. Please don't spam. If you want to do a read here, just, you know, open up your own channel, okay? So feel free to talk, that's okay. But if you're going to do the read for me, then please go somewhere else, all right? And this is just really someone here just patrolling or being annoying, or maybe just 15 years old. This, yeah, no room for that. So this is someone who lost a lot of money. I might be traveling now, maybe home or somewhere else. So I don't see someone who are insane. I see someone who's been unlucky. Okay? And when it comes to the vocabulary, when it comes to communication right now, you do not speak with this person. Maybe you know who they are. Yeah. Probably. The green one, whoever was there that I had to throw out, you know, maybe we find them in the second pile or the third pile, you know, because we do have. I know a few people who sometimes create a fake character. Someone who. There are people who hate me more than Satan himself. And you will see them sometimes come in here to try and undermine the work I do on my reads, to create a little bit drama. And so I don't know if you saw what these guys was trying to do. Just creating a lot of confusion. Trickster energy, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone who is, you know, if it's a general troll on general channel, or if it's targeted towards me. Anyway, all we have to do is, you know, get up 24 hours. We don't need this. If you're going to do the read for me, you know, like I said. So anyway, we are not speaking with this individual. There is no communication. So, so clearly, this was not the green person in here. because they talk too much. Gemini, they said it themselves, Gemini energy. This was Gemini energy completely on the run here. So this individual, I have a feeling they want to apologize to you for something. So you might know them, or they want to stretch out a little bit forward with some kind of cop and say, hey, you and me, is it possible to create some solution? However, they are not just the Queen of Coins in reverse, they also show up as Queen of King and Queen of Coins in reverse. So I would be a little bit suspicious. They do show me Nine of Cups here, they do show me Ten of Cups, so there is some kind of romantic interest here. However, they're also very, very broke. They are in almost a desperate financial situation, which would make me suspicious. Why this interest in me? I'm good, I really, So maybe this is you having to save them. So the moment they ask you for a coin, could you help me out with this situation just a little bit? That's the moment you will get your red flag, basically. So what you do not see coming in here is the Chariot in reverse, Temperance. You're not really tempted by whatever offer they're coming with, for most of you, is what I see. They're doing a lot of work to manifest you, and they won't give up that easy, you see. They are watching, I rest my case, they are watching, and they have the devil here, and they are obsessed with you, basically. Pile number one, this is someone who seems very outgoing, but they turn their own life into shit, okay? And whoever they are, they're obsessing over you. So they will try to tempt you in one way or another by saying, what do they say? Well, they have nothing. But they do also have a grudge here. There is a grudge, an obsession. It's kind of mixed. So you might have an argument, tell them to fuff off. Let's have a look at the Lenormand cards a little bit and see if we can find some answers there. Maybe there's a funeral there. Who knows? So cards are pretty clear. Personally, I could think about several people I know who would fit into this branch here. So we have Crosshair. They lift their sword, they're very vigilant, very clever, very smart, and they are ready to propose to you, basically. Are you interested? And then there is this trickery behind. There is a trickery energy here also. So what kind of trickery? Let's see if this can be revealed today. So he shows me good health and strength. He shows me knowledge. And he shows me happiness. So he also shows me that it's capable that out of the blue he will bring with him some kind of depression. So as you can see, there are different messages for you here. I'll go for the Gypsy cards here. I'll go for the Gypsy card and dig a little bit deeper and see. So at some point, I think they had a good portion of money and they wasted it. Health-wise, like I said, I feel they are in good health. not necessarily mentally. They're a little bit stressed. They see you as the sun somehow. They light up basically when they see you. So let's see. There is something about a house here. So again, I think they lost their property, they lost their money, they lost everything in their life. So they need consultation. They could speak with someone who, lawyer, what to do. Maybe they need a string. They are overthinking the situation with their emotions and what to do about the situation. And they are also in sorrow. They are grieving. They are very sad. So they are in a very desperate situation, this individual. And I also see here that either you're a man or a woman, you are their sweetheart, So, honestly, there is something here regarding a servant. They will peacock around you. If you see them in social media, you will see that everything is good. It's all good. Everything is fantastic. Everything is perfect. So the peacock card here is one form of trickery here with the devil in order to try and tempt you into seeing how good I'm looking. My hair. Ooh, So basically, what is it that they want from you? Or, what is it that they want from you? That's what I want to know. So, I think it's pretty clear. But the general conclusion here. Oh, we have extra gypsy card here. So, extra message. I understand. They got servant and service strikes, so they could have work or a job within something that has to do with serving people. Service, I serve you. I deliver food on your door. They've gone from being, high up there. Probably lost their job. Could be because personal issues. And basically now, if this is someone you had a relationship with, they want you back. And when it comes to the love there, it seems authentic. The devil card here shows that there is toxicity here, but it could be from their own side, that they lust for you. There's a lot of passion. I want you, I want you, I want you. Please, give it to me, baby, So, give me a last conclusion regarding this person. What is it that pile number one, this individual want? What is it that this individual want? Is it that this individual want? In the end of the day, you are dealing with a soulmate who carries a burden. And it could have, soulmate, Scorpio in reversed. This is again a lot of grudging, resentment. So they're also a little pissed at you, basically. And they could claim that you are the one that was supposed to. You have Scorpio twice here, actually. So they could have a strong Scorpio placement, but they are a soulmate. There was a burden here. They carry a burden. They also show me that they're willing to transmute that. If you are willing to go into this relationship, you need to know that they will be codependent for some time. They are not very attached to the spirit. At some point, this could be someone who you either have been with and you have no interest in resurrecting this. This is different message for some of you. Some of you could consider resurrecting this. It also shows me here that for some of you, they might reach out with a small breadcrumb here in order to get a new beginning. Some of them feel betrayed by you and are pissed off. And let's just say that there is no apology coming from the one here who is really on the bottom, you know. They won't give you, they won't come at your door with roses. I'm really, 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 really sorry. So there are different messages here for you. So let's move on to pile number 2 and see what's going on with who is stalking you, who's keeping an eye on you, who is watching you. So I was surprised to see that people I thought stopped watching me. Turns out that some of them are forever. At least that's what it feels like, you know. Especially those who are a little bit nut. Some of them are, you know, could have a love crush and then boom, that, you know, they find their own path. So, conclusion. Bird card for them, bird card for you. So for them, they have Fehu. So this is someone who they need safety and they want safety. Fehu is about abundance, so they are working very hard on gathering resources so they can rebuild their life. And you can trust me on this part. When they have gathered their resources, like the squirrel here, filling up their tree with all these nuts, they will peacock with that as well. If they get a nice limo, they will peacock with that as well. For you, in this energy here, you get Isa, which is pretty chill. You seem to be pretty chill about the situation. You don't see, it doesn't seem to affect you. Maybe you don't, maybe you're not aware of them. Maybe you couldn't give a shit about them. We will see. We will see if they appear. Okay. So pile number 2. Let's check who is watching you. Pile number 2. Who is watching you? Pile number 2. So these are the Goetia cards. They're a little bit dark. They tell the story a little bit different. So for those of you who are different in nature, will also attract people who are a little bit different. Spot. So, people who chose number 2. Who is watching you? Who is watching you? You need to know that the placement of these planets are a little bit different than in a regular cards, that they're esoteric. So you might see, if it's someone you already know that is watching you, you might not recognize them in the same manner as you do. Why? Because the planetary placements in each card is different, because this is showing the Jinn aspect of them. But I will read them as if they're a regular card and take into the consideration the shadow side of this human or this inhuman. You never know. There are a lot of people I have met who are 100% Jinn possessed or possessed by archons, demons, lower vibrational entities. I have met them. I have seen their eyes go black. And so, if you don't believe it, you won't see it. Okay, so show me pile number 2. Who is watching group number 2? What do they want? What are their feelings? What are their thoughts about pile, about the group number 2? Who is this? who is watching pile number 2. Show us, what is that people from pile number 2 need to know? Show us so we can see Great Spirit. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. So the first card that pops up here is actually already revealed itself. They're pretty quick on revealing themselves. So this is 2 of coins. It could be a twin flame, basically. Someone who chose not to actually go that easy. And so for some of you, you have a karma with this individual from other lifetimes. Now he doesn't look really good, does he? Because he's showing up with his dark side. So it's just the card we are used to where we see someone not juggling with 2 of coins. That is the actual card. In this case, it shows you an alternative side from this, the dark side. And this is karma attached to this individual. If it's a twin flame or a soulmate, there is something unfinished business here. And it's connected to love. As you can see here, Venus here attached to Ketu. So wherever you have your Ketu, which is the south node, wherever they have their Ketu, which is the south node, you can see the symbol there. Looks like a horseshoe in reversed. That is where you need to find some kind of resolution. If it's twin flame, it's already solved itself. You already won. And you need to accept that and not chase them, okay? But this individual is chasing you. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't be showing up in this route, which is kind of the intention, okay? All right, so with the, okay, so 33 here, this is a pretty big sacrifice, but this is someone who is sneaking around. So they could have a secondary profile. They probably have some secondary profiles. It might be someone who are commenting on many of your pictures in Instagram. 7 of Swords, we know what that is. But in this case, it's Jupiter in Virgo. So among the archons, it's really a good thing to have this. So this is Nina energy. This is someone who is walking around very quietly and checking out what is he or she up to now? What are you up to now? Pile 2. Okay? They're also coming up as with this energy in, you know, if they have a very low vibration, they're powerful within, you know, if it's a gangster, let's put it on the tip here of the two. If it's a gangster, it's a high rank gangster. It's a regular person, it's just someone who are very, very sneaky. You know, I like to move around in the shadows like a ninja. And I know how that feels, because when I was a kid, I thought that was quite fun to scare people shitless and sit in the shadows and wait for the next person who will come by, dress up in black, and that, whoa, got you, right? So it's not necessarily a negative thing, it's just nobody knows that I am watching this specific person because I have taken a specific interest in this specific person. Okay? So 4 of Swords also tells me that there's a big possibility that they are touching themselves while they are looking at certain pictures of you. This is something I taught from intuitive tarot readers who according to them, this is hiding behind the door. This is a very strong sexual drive, and if they have a strong connection to Mars or the root chakra, they do touch themselves now and then while they are fantasizing about you, thinking about you, and this is Mercury in Cancer, so they can also come out of as a little closed off, mysterious individual, someone who really come out as a little bit alert. So it's pretty fitting for the cards actually. So the mindset is, I hide, you don't see me, you know. I don't know if you've seen the spider in YouTube. I'm hiding in the sand, you cannot see me, you know, you cannot see where I am, you know. It's like they enjoy that idea of being, I don't exist, so I can watch you every move I make. Is it a creep, or is it just someone who likes to be not so visible, which is very typical Scorpionic energy, Cancerian or Piscean energy? They are not people who like necessarily to be seen. That goes for Capricorn as well. Fire signs, however, look at me, here I am. Gemini or so air signs, they are not afraid of speaking up what they feel or what they think. Alright? And so, you know, most men touch themselves, so it's easy to think, ew, but Jim and Redbed, what's your comment on that? Especially in the West, you know, in the East, they won't admit it. They won't admit it. But the way it's displayed in media, they would say it's very normal, you know. If you talk to someone who is doing yoga, they would say, don't do it, because you're wasting your spinal column fluid and you will dry in and you won't be able to ascend. Okay? So regarding feelings, this is someone who have a lot of passion. You basically turn them, you turn them on. Baal here, which is actually Saturn, showing up, you know, it's a little bit. This is someone who, if they could create illusion around them. Okay, this is what I got. They create an illusion around them. I don't exist. You cannot see me, and they won't show you how much power they have actually over the mind. They will read your body language. They are very intuitive. And basically, this is someone that you might find them not necessarily attractive when you see them at first, but then you have a second look at them, and then you say like, oh my God, this individual is quite sexy. I didn't notice that before, because you might remember Aragorn in Lord of the Rings when he was sitting there in his cloak in the shadow and watching the hobbits with the ring, you know, you don't really notice him. And then he comes out from the shadows and you get like, oh, that's a hottie, you know. He's a Libra, so he's glowing with Venus energy. So in this case, we deal with King of Wands. So he's erected. He's erected. This is a very strong sexual energy, which is a driving force behind this individual who is, you know, keeping this eye on you. So there's something about you, maybe your hair, maybe your eyes, maybe the way, maybe your mannerism, that is exactly what they look for, what they want. Maybe you in general are very desirable, but this individual, thank God I didn't pick any pile, is driven, have a very strong sexual drive, basically, what I want to say. So, this is someone that I would call a soulmate, but at some point you might have been separated and you haven't talked to them for a long, long time. What is a long time? Well, it's a word modification, so it modifies a sentence. So, what is a long time? Well, it depends on how you see it. But they're showing up Venus in Cancerian here. So, this is someone who could be really attached to their mother, you know, or have mother issues. My mom did not see me so much, and so he might or she might try to, you know, if it's a male, there could be mother issues here, that they didn't give the love and attention that we should get from our mothers. And in that way, in that case, if they chase you as a female, they might be driven by a subconscious force, which is called, okay, you're feminine. And part of them, what will turn them on is the thought of creating new life, the thought of you nourishing them. They probably are obsessed with boobs because of this, right? Is what I get. Which most men are really. So in that case, there's a lot of normality connected, you know, a lot of things with this individual, which is normal. It's just that he won't tell you or she won't tell you what's going on here. So we have the Queen of Cups. So is, without no doubt, someone who are in love with you. There's no need to show you these cards because they're dark. They're very dark. But they are in love with you and they keep it in the dark. Venus in Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus shows me that when, you know, for some reason they could be very lucky when it comes to the material world, okay? They could have, you know, I have as a similar placement like that, a wealthy placement. That doesn't mean my bank account is very full, but I tend to attract situations that are very comfortable. This is someone who might live a comfortable life. They have what they need, you know. They have the food they want. They like it tasty. They enjoy a good meal. They could also be someone who are very good with cooking, right? This is someone who actually have a lot of love for you. Even if you choose to change your hair, they would still like have this thing for you because there is a connection here which goes beyond the physical connection. So the attraction is not just sexual based, it's also love based. They want to nourish you, just like they need you to nourish them. They want to nourish you. Oh wow. So, yeah, wow, that was like this pretty synchronized. They are in a situation where they are stuck. And that's why they also watch you. So we have here Venus again in Cancer, okay? Which is true. So in this situation, they are a little bit pissed off because they have to remain in the dark. Although they thrive there, they do well in the dark. At the same time, they are forced into a position they don't thrive in, where they have to hide their feelings. They cannot go out and say, this is how I feel about you, or be open towards their family or friends. So Venus in Cancerians are very closed off. They are ruled by the moon. So secrets, 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 secrets. Like I said, you could be dealing with a water sign in this kind. They're coming up strong as water. However, there is also some fire here. Again, that could be Scorpio, ruled by fire. Let's move on and see if something more interesting is popping up here. So, Venus in Gemini in reversed, Knight of Coins. I'm not allowed to commit to you. And I have this urge, I want to talk to you about my feelings, but I can't. So that's pretty obvious in the front face here. King of Pentacles. They could also have some issues with their finances. Although they live a good life, they could have some, you know, they're not getting well enough paid, or they just got a bill which they have trouble paying. Maybe they have to sell something. Maybe there are some extra expenses that force them to live on a budget. Anyway, this individual are in a position where they are unable to reach out to you and say that, you know, I'm in love with you, I want to be with you, but I'm stuck. Okay. So, Ace of Wands, again, Mars energy. So, what I did say about sexual energy, it is all over them. It is all over them. They really desire you, and they want to have a new beginning with you. And I rest my case, 11, 11, 11 people, 11 lives. Some of you are dealing with a twin flame. And twin flames are supposed to be separated for a period of time in order to evolve. Okay? But this fire, this sexual energy in this individual is coming out as a very strong Shiva Lingam here. We know what Shiva Lingam is. You know, we know what Ace of Wands is. So also someone who are very creative, and when they think about you, they get this rush. It's like, I get that they get a rush or a kick out of checking you out on social media. So, okay, yeah. They are suffering. They are suffering. Venus in Pisces, Pisces are those who suffer. Is what we call Krishna or Christ consciousness. Is the same. They are willing to suffer on behalf of the situation and the people they are in. They are willing to do sacrifices on behalf of others in order to, you know, first of all, they will gain enlightenment. First of all, they want to spare you for the trouble. But they also are up in the head a lot. Up in the head. Some of them are forced to manipulate the situation and the people they are in around them to avoid showing weakness. I am strong. No, everything is okay. What are you talking about? Yeah, I feel there's a strange vibe around you. What's going on? What are you looking at in your computer there? Nothing. Everything is cool. I'm just... What are we having for dinner today? Mom, dad, or wife, brother, sister. Okay? So, another thing here is that the way they think of you is the star. They look at you as someone who could be above their level, above their pay rate, or, you know, above their league, as they say in England. But they look at you and they see the star. Someone who is healing, someone who is soothing. And moon in Pisces, esoteric, on a higher level, it's very romantic. They're dreaming, they are daydreaming about you. They're basically not just thinking, touching places, but they're also dreaming about you. And the dreams are almost fairy tale-like, is what I get. Like, you know, if it's a girl, if they are even similar as me when it comes to daydreaming, there will be unicorn involved. Unicorn parts. So this is a daydreamer. Sometimes you will catch them looking out the window and like, hey, what are you thinking of? In school, it's like, hey, where are you now? Pay attention. You know, as children, they probably dreamt about being abducted by a UFO. And when they fall in love, they think of you as the prince or the princess. Also with the frog card here. You kiss the frog, what happens? It turns into a prince. So this is a dreamer. So this is someone, a sign, I have a feeling, if you know who this person is, this is a sign to them that you don't know about at all. Because if it's a male, if it's a little butch, or you know about regarding the culture, they have a reputation to take care of, right? That they have a childlike side to them, which is actually it's quite cute, to be honest. So 5 of coins, they really do feel lonely. They do feel lonely. They are not cool with the situation, and they have this drive. This is someone who believe in marriage, right? They believe in the institution of marriage. If they believe that it should be arranged or not, that I don't know. Sometimes in certain cultures, you're forced to marry someone, and you have no choice because of the finances or because of the reputation and so forth and so forth. However, they have a very strong romantic drive, they have a strong sexual drive, but they do also believe in peace. They have this, there is a side to them that is willing to fight, stingy, scratch you if you come too close, but they're also quite passive, aggressive, and they also believe, you know, their mentality is love. I believe in love. I want to act from something that creates love, but they're also very lonely. They're very alone because no one can understand this strange mind of them. What if so this is someone who would do very well if they chose to, let's say, make music or paint. In that way they could express their emotions, okay? Another side they have to do here is, they have at some point a little bit of a low self-esteem, okay? If it's a woman, their self-esteem ain't good at all. If it's a man, they could be very vain. Look in the mirror, check out, how's my hair today? You know, not as lucky as me having dreadful hair, dreadful locks. But I also I have a feeling here that they know many things that are very deep, even within metaphysics and things that would surprise you if you ask them. They are knowledgeable within certain things within psychology and things that goes very deep. There are certain things which is difficult for them to keep secret. So they are in need of having at least one person to talk to now and then. So someone out there, maybe a psychiatrist or a good friend, knows exactly about you, who they're checking out. Not everything, but there are this energy here, certain things they need to get out of the system. I also feel that there is this energy of restlessness here. This can't things happen soon, you know. Another part here of this person is there is a situation they do not see here. They are blindfolded, okay? Jupiter in Aries in reverse shows me that they've been quite unlucky on the love section. Maybe they are married for a monster, maybe they are not, but they don't feel lucky. Let's put it like that. They are blindfolded, Jupiter in Aries, I have Jupiter in Aries, so in that field I'm lucky. If I choose to become a fitness instructor, there is a guarantee that I will get a job, which I have proven many, many times. If I choose to study certain things that have to do with, and this guy got Jupiter in Aries, right? And so he could be someone who exercises a lot, but right now he's coming out as I don't feel like it, I don't have the energy towards this right now. They could be in this analysis paralysis state of mind. Okay? So they do have the Emperor. So they might be married. And in this case, the Emperor is Aquarian energy. So that is the hidden force that you would know about them from before. So this is someone who, when they speak, although they hide a lot, they're a little bit alert. But when they finally speak, people listen. They listen. Because they have this voice. Maybe I get that some of them have a very deep, sexy voice, actually. Deep, sexy voice. I also get that this person, in general, have a very attractive thing around. But then again, I like them a little bit bad. I like them a little bit mysterious. But they're coming out as someone who, even though they might struggle right now with their finances, I believe that in the future it will go around, it will come around. So right now they have isolated themselves completely with the Hermit pair, which is usually Virgo energy. This is someone who have the ability to transmute negative energy into something positive. But they do have, again, they have this, sometimes they can be a little bit distracted, okay? And this is not, the first one, I saw that there was some traveling involved here. In this case, I see that there could be issues either when they travel or that there is difficulty. There could also be, I also get that they do have the talent actually to become a teacher within metaphysics when they get older. If this is a side to them that they have, all right? Depending on the other cards, if they at some point choose to study things that are a little bit on a higher level, they will be pretty good at it. Meaning that if you are a twin flame and they fall upon that subject, they could study this and they would, after some time, they would know everything about it. This is someone who, when they want to learn something, they will know a lot about. They isolate themselves. They could learn a language, whatever they want to learn, they isolate themselves and they will have knowledge about a lot of things. Okay? So the Virgo energy in general is ruled by Thoth, Hermes, or also known as Mercury, which is all about knowledge. So this person have a lot of knowledge. Saturn in Sagittarius shows me that this is a teacher within higher learning. Perhaps this individual is not grown enough right now to know that, but I believe this is someone who is, it could be sexually driven. Depending on the religion and the culture, they would have a natural understanding of tantric practices. And reality, the sexuality behind that is just really 1%. Tantra has nothing to do with sexual activity. It's about fusion. Okay, so I'm not going to go into that so much, but again, Page of Swords, they're watching you. they're watching you. Who's watching you? This guy is watching you. Okay? And in this case, they are thinking, calculating. When they see you, they calculate, they watch you. How are you dressed today? How is your hair? Maybe because there's someone who notices details. They will spot any detail on a long surface. They would know. They're showing up as the owl, knowledge. And they also show me that you are someone that are a wish fulfillment, but can never have. It's like they don't have any hope regarding the situation. It is a hopeless situation. And that's something they think from logic, because they give you a 10 of cups, but they keep them to themselves, because they can't have you, which makes the situation even more desperate. Also, there are certain subjects that they love to talk about. They could have certain abilities within talent, within fight, within self-defense, martial arts. Not necessarily that they practice that, but they do know how to defend themselves. They do know how to say, hey, if you're trying to mess with me, I do know how to defend me. So there's a lot of Scorpionic energy here. There's a lot of Mars energy, fire energy. We also have Aquarian energy, Leo energy. There's a lot of fixed energy, and there's some beautiful energy where they're moving around in the, like almost like an eel or something which you cannot see. Okay? Yeah, this is someone that there is unfinished business. It could be a Scorpio with a judgment card here. You have Venus in Capricorn again, Venus here in the South Node. So this is someone you have some unfinished business with, which only can be solved either on a higher plane or if they talk to you. There is no chance in hell that they can come towards you. We could be dealing with a Scorpio. And we also have Moon here in Capricorn. So intense emotions, 8 of Wands. They have a very strong desire to speak to you, and they want to speak to you about peace, love. Maybe we can at least be friends. Ace of Swords. They are very clear on that. And you actually mean the world to this person here, Jupiter in Capricorn. So, Queen of Coins, yeah. There are so much positive energy here that is hidden within this dark. And they can't show it. They can't show it for some reason. For some reason I get that if they do that, they'll get arrested. All right, so let's pull out the Gypsy cards here and see if there are some details here that are of interest to know. I don't know. It is finally getting late. Okay, so this is someone who might be easily taken advantage of. I see some pleasure seekers here. I also see a thief. So it could be him who have the 7 of Swords, or there could be someone in his life that he's so occupied with being sneaky himself, he doesn't see that there is another sneak that is sneaking upon him again, which is the irony, and which is very typical. If you read June books, you see that the agents are not just double agents, they're triple agents and quadruple agents and agents of the agents of the agents. You never know when you have anyone, right? So I think they have a friend in their life that they cannot trust. I also see that they live in a prison. Their life is a prison. There are some news coming in for them, and it's about love, it's about sorrow, and they're overthinking the situation. So basically, this is someone here who are addicted to you. Whoever they are, I get this energy, they're addicted. They get a kick out of checking you out and about fantasizing about you. And the fact they can't have you. I get that it's a kind soul, but I also get that they have a lot of inner anger that at some point they will explode. So here they are. Some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio. Hagalas. Chaos. Darkness. Alright. So let's move on to pile number 3. For those of you who've chosen pile number 3, I'll be using the Lightseers cards. That doesn't mean that you might be dealing with someone who is very light. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we're going to use the Lightseers tarot cards and see if you have a maniac on your ass or if it's just a sick love puppy who are obsessing with you. Hey, you liked pile number 2, but you picked pile number 3. Alright. I didn't pick any pile, so I'm free of those worries. I'm free of that. And it's also difficult for me to be neutral in a situation if I did actually. If I want to know something who's watching me, I can do that on my own spare time, basically. So this is clearly someone with a strong aquatic sign. Alert, Cancer, strong Scorpio placement, Piscean, they're also aquatic. So they don't have to be, of course, but I met Gemini people who seem so dark. They are so quiet and so mysterious. And they could have, some Scorpio moon, you don't know. But this is not an evil person, just to put that out there. It's not an evil person. It's in fact, I see someone who, they are trying to do the right thing, but they are human. They have needs. They are in love. They're horny, and all those things that when we are hungry, we eat. Except me, I don't eat in the evening. So that's about discipline. These guys seem quite disciplined, but when it comes to sexuality, the drive is pretty strong. Okay. So pile number 3. What's up with pile number 3? Oh, we have a hitchhiker. Pile number 3, you're starting up with the strength card here. So, which is interesting. Because if you want to have a wolf around you, you can't be afraid of that wolf. The wolf will not respect you, and that's why it shows strength. I'm not afraid of you. I'm the boss. I'm taking. So whoever is watching you could be someone who have a very strong personality. I wouldn't be surprised. They could also be pretty fun to deal with. They could have a lot of knowledge. And again, I rest my case. There is a watcher in pile number 3 as well. So let's see, who is watching group number 3? Okay, yeah, another twin flame here for some of you. Another twin flame, 2 and 2. So, twin flame in pile number 2 alert, and twin flame alert in pile number 3. It's not written in stone. Take what resonates and leave. What else? So if you have some suspicions about someone, whether they're watching you or not watching you, you might get the answer today. You might get the answer today, alright? So let's check out who is watching group number 3. Show me their intentions, their feelings, their thoughts, their love, their actions. Show me what I need to know. Namah Shivaya, och alla faderovin och hans två. Show me what pile number, group number 3 need to know from pile number 3. Okay. 3 people, are you ready? Okay, so we're also starting with 7 of Swords. Someone got caught. So this is, you know, they got caught. You know, they stopped on something while they were sticking around. Maybe a piece of wood, and there's a sound. Hey! Someone was perhaps caught with their pants down. So some of you might already know who is stalking you, alright? This is someone who are deeply in love with you. They are you are their wish fulfillment. So, no enemy. No enemy. Honestly, I was thinking we're going to get some creepy motherfuckers there, some assassins or something, but you all got love stalkers, it seemed. You broke their heart. Maybe that's not your responsibility. You caught them doing something nasty, and now they are in despair. They still love you, but you cannot love them back. So it could be an ex-lover. They are, somehow you have managed to humiliate their ego. But this brings a little fast because it's regular tarot. The middle one is not regular tarot, so they will take a little bit of time. They're deep. They could have Mars in Cancer or in another aquatic sign, but they go deep. They have deep emotions for you. They're drowning when they are thinking about you, but somehow you smashed their ego. So they don't feel, you know, when you got them with the pants down or whatever they did. That was embarrassing. They did something embarrassing, okay? They really do want to talk to you. And I won't be surprised, you know, it's like one part of them is very embarrassed. At the same time, they do respect you. They want to travel towards you and say, you know, I'm sorry. Maybe we could do this, try this again. Can't we put this conflict behind us, you know? I didn't mean to do whatever I did. So when they are sleeping, this is also someone who, you know, this is touched by self-call. In this case, you see someone here who, it's like we have to detach from our heart sometimes. Someone could use tranquilizers, is that the word? Like Valium or something to not feel. Because they feel too much. They have too many emotions. And what do I need to do? can I carve my heart out and put it away? Can I turn to ice somehow so I don't have to feel too much? And they're overthinking whatever they feel. And here they are, just like I said. This is also someone they like to have fun, and they want to have that fun with you. There is a little bit of a player in this individual. You could be dealing with Aries. They want to be the boss, and they probably try to boss you around at some point, and you put them in their place with Emperor in, boom, there you are, sit. Now you're my bitch, right? They desire you. They have love for you, strong love, but they also have sexual desire for you. And I did see when I was shuffling the card, they are watching you into what screen. They're also pretty offended. So when you speak to them, there's not sophisticated words that will come from their mouth. Let's have a sophisticated conversation about what happened between you and me the other day. No, it's like, yo, bitch. I'm so sorry for what happened. It could be more like that. There could also be someone who are talking, slandering a little bit behind people's back. They could come out, they love the center of attention. they love the center of attention, but although they get the attention, maybe they are good dancers, they dance on the table, they drink a few beer, and they're coming out as pretty sexy. If it's a female, they're pretty sexy, or hot, as you would say. At the same time, they're not necessarily the brightest star in the sky when it comes to deep thinking or higher thinking. They don't come out, they could be almost a little clumsy about certain things. This person is, they try to sneak around, but they are not so strategic about it necessarily. Yeah? And as you can see here, the Hierophant is detached. So basically here, if you start talking about things that are really metaphysics, deep things, they would be like, yeah, they would change probably the subject very fast. They don't have this, they have ego. They have an ego, right? Enough ego, and they have feelings. Strong feelings. Are they clever? Not as clever as you. Not as clever as you. Are they? Do they have grace? Not a lot. Not a lot. Are they kind? Well, they live in the world of duality. If you're a good person, then I will be good to you. But if you're mean to me, then I will be mean to you because you're mean first. A very simple mindset. Sexy? Yeah. Attractive? Yeah. Smart? Not so much. That looks like this. So this is someone, you could have been married to them, it could be somebody, at some point you're close to them somehow. At some point you might have cared a lot about this person, but they are driving you nuts, but they are incapable of keeping their focus or staying in one piece, right? So Shiva Shakti here coming up side by side again. I told some of you could be dealing with the twin flame. And so I won't say that all of them are as, this person is coming up as a little dumb, I'll be honest with you. But don't don't judge a book by its cover. So it's a different message for all of you, but I don't see any smart attack here. So maybe those two is simply a soulmate. You were married to them, and now they want you back. They want you back. But I also feel that they are a little bit broke. They are codependent. They need money, you know. So when they see you, however, honey, you are so clever. You are so smart. Could you come and help me with my car? It just broke down, you know. They will come up with all sorts of excuses when they call or communicate with you, right? They could also be very provocative when they talk or when they speak. Say certain things that would shock anyone completely out of your mind. Yeah? So, and I see them being a little bit too open, honestly. Like, oh, by the way, I have chlamydia. Oh, by the way, you know, I gave Mr. Dave a reading the other day. My God, you know, when she or he is talking, if it's a she, they're talking with their friends, it's not sexy, but this is someone who I wouldn't give my secrets to them, to be honest. I wouldn't trust them with my secrets, even if they were the last person on the planet. I'd rather just give it to my dog and trust my dog. Actually, I kind of find them a little bit funny, this person. I have this picture. Some of you could deal with a Capricorn. We have Taurus energy here, we have Cancerian energy, Aquarius energy. So we have all kinds, could be anyone, okay? But they sure as hell have a good portion of the evil, and it's been crushed, especially when they get older and they realize, you know, I'm not that sexy anymore. They will get desperate. If it's a woman, I'd see them, you know, if they could afford the Botox, they would for sure do it without hesitating. Right? If it's a male, if this is a male version of someone, I see that redneck, you know. It's a cowboy, very sexy, but in the long run, you want to have those deep, sophisticated communications with someone that runs a little bit deeper. You know, you promised me that rose gone, don't you remember? What rose gone, man? You know? So, it depends, of course, because believe it or not, rednecks are all over the world. I find them here in Thailand. They wear cowboy hats, fringes, boots. They have their own version. My family, I'm raised by cowboys. They are not the most clever people in the world. My father is sharp. He's sharp. And my mother is head nurse. But the rest, many people in my family, they are smart in their own way, but it doesn't go very deep. They're cowboys. They wouldn't understand, you know, if an Indian, you know, red Indian chief would come with some wisdom. They wouldn't understand it if it was rubbed into their faces, all right? So I see someone here having a little bit too much fun. They could easily, you know, that this fun go over the limit, okay? It is a soulmate, it is someone you've known for a long time, and they do reminisce about this, like, I don't think this is someone who necessarily hesitates to connect with you, and they will remind you about everything that we have together. So you still, unfortunately, have some unfinished business with this situation, but I don't see you investing a lot in them. I see somehow you get over them, and somehow you isolated yourself. This is still someone who wants to have fun, and for some reason this individual is running out of option as they get older. They're not a winner anymore, and I also see that at some point there could have been a betrayal here. All right, I think that described pretty much everything what we need to know about this person. I don't think we need a Lenormand card for this one. Because if this was someone deep, so who is strength here? That is you. That is you. If this individual decided I want to have a wolf, the wolf will bite them. If you decide you want to have a wolf, the wolf will adore you. And that's why they still look up to you. They think of you as like, they won't necessarily say it. They use, the bad cop, good cop tactic. Very simple tactics, which someone with a brain, you won't fall for that, basically. So let's someone have here a declaration for the channel. Don't particularly trust tarot cards. Personally can change for better or for worse. It doesn't just stay like some rigid objects. It's more of a fluid. Are there only cards of positive things? What percent of the card, if you have a, first of all, we don't care about your opinions about tarot cards, whether you trust them or not. Second of all, this is just for fun. This site is listed as entertaining, and when it comes to tarot cards, no one says that you have to trust them. The rest of the world don't care. So I could tell you a lot about tarot cards that we can learn from them based on archetypes. We use dices, we sometimes make stories that sometimes, interestingly enough, they do resonate. And they resonate into that degree that we have a good laugh. And we can learn a lot from the tarot cards as they are based on Hermetic wisdom. So the archetypes go all the way back to Egypt. So it's based on synchronicity. Sometimes it fits, sometimes it don't. And whatever, people who come in here and start trying to discuss, have a political discussion where the tarot cards are magical or trying to calculate how real they are, non-real, and I can do cold reading, it's very general and blah, 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 blah. It's completely irrelevant. We are listed as entertaining. We're having fun. It's that simple. So, last card for you, pile number 3. So what your person need to learn is to, they need to learn a little bit about the butterfly when it comes to elegance and sophistication. So I have a feeling they are still a little bit in the bug stage where they are crawling around like a worm. And one day, in one life, they will be better. But they need to learn and understand the process of the butterfly by becoming their own independent person and become self-reflective, to be self-aware. I exist, and they give away their power to other people and they try to impress by peacocking with pretty clumsy things that they do. Now, you, however, you get my heart animal, my spirit animal is hummingbird in the heart. from some. I did a test, read, like Native American Indian tests, where I would pick out. This is something you could do once in a lifetime. So you also get the hummingbird, which is very fragile and which is very fertile. P, the rune here is called Wunjo. You can look it up. The P. But we know about the hummingbird, how fragile they are, how beautiful they are. So you both get very fragile, beautiful animals, because in the end, whoever we are on the outside, the higher self is always a butterfly, And some people, they are in the kindergarten stage their entire life until perhaps they die, and they need to come back again to learn to grow up. We do have walking, grown-up adults on the planet who behave like teenagers. That's just a fact. And we find them, interestingly enough, in politics, where they for some reason manage to rule the world. Okay guys, it's bedtime for this Scorpio here. It was fun. Thank you so much everyone for stopping by, and resonate or not resonate, interesting people you have stalking you, watching you, interesting. So I'm still not going to pick a pile. I know too much now. Guys, I love you so much. I don't know about the day tomorrow. Like I talked to you before, sitting 6 hours straight and giving out free. It's not just a bit tough, but I also see that serving people the same pile of food every day is, we need to change the frames a little bit. Also, my phone is full, so there will be live reads. Yes, I will keep the channel up going, but there will be changes. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. People repeating the same question, and so forth and so forth and so forth. I hope you had fun, guys. I thought it was fun. I hope you had fun too, Lakshmi. I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your email. And yeah, we had a good laugh. So catch you guys on the flip sides. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Shivratri, namaste. Good night.